What's up, everyone? You're watching Frank's Trades. This is my first official video. Thanks for tuning in. I will make an introductory video at some point, but right now I want to get some content in. So I thought today we'd talk about marijuana stocks. So let's get to that. First thing I wanted to talk about. When you're looking at stocks, I usually look at earnings. Earnings is a strong indicator for me. Especially in the marijuana industry. You can see the past few quarters have not been doing so well. Um, but having said that, people tend to invest in marijuana based on a speculative opinion. But now that they have earnings out, they can now start to value the company for what it's actually worth. And so, having said that, I wanted to go to this. Right now, I'm looking at CGC, Aurora, Chronos, and Afria, and so far, all but one of their earnings reports have been improving since the last. And Afria is the odd one out. But why I'm saying this is because now earnings continued to fall. The prices came up, and now we see on these big names like Canopy Growth and Aurora, the earnings increase. But now we're seeing a drop in MJ prices, and honestly, I couldn't really tell you why. But I want to take a look at the graph. We could probably check out some good fundamentals. I already drew a line here for support. Let's zoom out a little. Because I want to mention that this drop in price from late March, from this top to now, is over 15% of a drop in the whole market. And I don't know about you, but to me that's a huge drop. And you look at the RSI, for those of you that follow, you'll know that I'm a fan of RSI if you're in my Telegram chat. It's one of my key indicators I use to gauge my trades. But I mean, especially this, look at this, a bounce off the, what is that, 26. I would have definitely got in there. I'm not personally in, but looking at this graph, I'm saying if this trade setup was something I was looking at, then I would have definitely got in. I will leak a current trade I'm in at the end. That's in my premium group chat. But let's just wait till the end. Let's continue talking about technicals right now. I also want to mention that support isn't necessarily an indicator, like a pinpoint. This is when you need to get in. It's sort of a support lines, resistance lines, RSI. It's all the way to gauge my entry. I would say that 90% of it is the setup, the idea, your theory behind your trade, and the 10% is the entry. And I'm saying that because if you look at longer term trades, or you look at swing trades that take up to weeks or months to carry out, you'll notice that this little dip right here won't matter when the stock is moving like this and this, up and down 10-20% a month. And so I also want to draw some resistance lines here, give you an idea of what I'm looking at here. So right now, you can see it hitting this, and there's a little sell-off today, but that's okay. The whole market kind of pulled back a little. I'm not too concerned about this small pullback. But as you can see, it did touch that line and reacted nicely. It pretty much bounced right off. But a lot of the times, like right here, it's not the case. It crosses under. So these are my resistance lines. I mean, see, I don't really try hard to like pinpoint all these great levels. I'm just getting an idea of what I'm looking at, when I want to get in, when I want to get out. And honestly, to buy MJ, the tracker of all cannabis companies trading in the US, 30 29 30 does not seem like a bad time to get in, especially when you see it hit all-time highs from this recent 39, and back in, what was it, October, November, you see it touching over 44 bucks. Yeah, that's a huge drop from here. And now that companies' earnings are starting to do well, the prices is going down. But in my opinion, that's a good time for the smart traders like you guys to step in, take take advantage of these low prices and get in. Well, that's all I really wanted to talk about today. Just giving a quick overview on the MJ industry and just showing you this is one of the things I'm most interested in. I'm always looking at this stuff. And also, I wanted to leak one of my current trades, except this is probably going to be more of an investment. Um, I bought CGC around 39 point something. I'm up a little bit. It's really not much, but I'm looking at this as more of an investment because I've always wanted to get into CGC when it was low, and I made the mistake of buying at 15 back in March of 2018 and selling around low 20s, thinking like, oh, it's gonna come back down 15, 10. I'll get a good deal again, and then it just kept soaring. If I held it on since it was trading actually back in the Canadian market, I would have owned it since then. And then when it listed onto the New York Stock Exchange, and I would have rode the price all the way up to 52. And I mean, I could say I regret it, but you miss trades, you win some, you lose some. It's just all part of the game. And now I'm seeing myself with the potential to get back in the CGC game. So I'm going to hold on to this one. I'm thinking an investment, if not a very long trade. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Thanks for you guys watching, and to all you new viewers, please hit subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and thanks a lot, guys. See you next video.